He's here today, one of the most dangerous athletes, amazing person, so focused, and also on that young age, always inspired me so much. He and his dad is a beautiful day story of both. Micael Galvão.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. And, as just Andrés said, just something awesome to see that, like, since I was a little kid, I've seen Andre competing on Cicero Costa that we met on 2015. And to see that this day, 2021, we are here and we're both like at black belts, just on the highest level, and something like that's amazing.
Amazing. Mika, I have a first question for you.
Yep.
Who is Micael Galvão?
Micael Galvão, it's Indiozinho from Manaus. Indiozinho means like the little Indian from Manaus. I think that is trying to conquer the world with a kind heart, with a good mentality, and with a good jiu-jitsu. I think that's Mika.
And Mika, how you guys met? You and Doria, today you guys have this beautiful partnership. It's beautiful to see you guys together. Doria always in your coach, always there for you, with your dad as well. How this friendship started?
If I remember it very well, it started on 2019. Was it right? 2018 Worlds. First time I met with Master Doria was on the Worlds on the pyramid, on the greatest event of the year. And from there, we started talking a little bit. Like, my dad always wanted to. At first, we met when he had the adaptogen.
Right.
And then after Fighter Choice came in, and then we started our relationship as sponsor and athlete. And then, it just evolved in a very unique way.
In 2018, you did not fight Worlds, right?
No, I still was 15 years, so I couldn't fight the competition.
And on the other year, 2019, you got the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Who inspired you to try to get the Grand Slam?
We had to do something crazy to get the attention to Manaus, and that was basically the plan. Like, me and Diogo, we got into the US in 2017 for the first time.
You guys went to Cobrinha, right?
Yeah, we went to Cobrinha Alliance there. And we tried to stay in the US, but then our time was running out. We had to go back to Brazil, a few problems to solve, and we didn't have any attention to us at all. So it was like, okay, we got to do something. And my dad and Diogo, we had a plan, which the plan was like, okay, let's do something that few people in the world have done, which it was on the moment like 5 people, and me and Diogo became the 7th. And we just decided to train 1 year to do like the Grand Slam the next year, which like kind of worked. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here today. And yeah, that was the plan basically. Just try to do something crazy to get attention to Manaus.
This is awesome. On the first Brazilian who made the Grand Slam on the color belts. The first one was Kieran Cornelius in 2013 or 12.
I think it was 13. Yeah.
No, 13 as a brown belt. He lost the world finals, but in 2012 he did it as a purple belt.
Oh yeah, he did it as a purple.
When he beat Miao Brothers and the Brazilian Nationals and Worlds and everything. And the first Brazilian to make the Grand Slam was Gustavo Batista in 2015. And I closed out with him on the Worlds and on the Brazilian National on the year. This year he was on fire. This guy, he's still on fire.
Yeah, he's been on fire for a while.
Been on fire I fought him now in the Grand Slam on the Pan Ams, and his pressure is something different. His hip is so heavy, but it's beautiful to see that you made it. And after that, you jumped already to the purple belt right after the Worlds, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't got the chance to compete as a purple belt, right?
Actually, I jumped to the purple belt in November, right after the South American competition on Brazil. My dad he was like, okay, we won everything in blue belt. And he kind of was like, okay, I just want to move up and try to see if we can, make the things a little faster. Because until before, we could just jump straight to the green belt, to the purple belt. Otherwise, if you choose to do the blue belt, you had to do 2 years, then 1 year, and then, you would lose a little time. So we tried to do something a little different, which worked. And yeah, it worked just like that.
And how long you got on the purple belt before you got to your brown belt? Because your transition was really, really fast.
Not sure, but it was less than a year. It was like 9 months, 8 months, something like that. On each belt, I didn't spend the whole year. I think it was really quick. It was like 2019, I was blue belt, and 2021, I was already a black belt.
What do you put on your mindset to keep the confidence high? Like coming from a blue belt, and 2 years ago you was a juvenile blue belt, and today you are already fighting with black belts on the highest level. What was the biggest thing on your mindset to keep your confidence high to fight against these guys?
I think it was all inside of my home, because since I was younger, I was always raised to be a kid that my dad said, okay, keep being yourself, try to be humble, and try to always look up, not to the challenge itself, but look to the guy that's up there protecting you, which was like something that motivates me like every day. I don't know if there's any problem if I talk about my religious here.
No.
Okay, so I believe that if I just give it my all, whatever I cannot achieve by myself, by my human form, I think the guy up there is going to be trying to give it to me. And of course, I think that's how it worked for me. I was confident on myself. I was confident on my skills, but what I couldn't achieve by my own power, I would just let on his hand there.
This is beautiful, Mika.
Mika, you said earlier that Micael Galvão is a kid who is trying to conquer the world being kind.
Yeah.
Is that rooted in your faith too? Does that sentiment come from your relationship with the guy up there?
Yeah, it does. I think that...
and has that made you a better fighter, in your opinion?
I think it did, because, today, on those days, many people, they don't seek for like an idol. They don't seek for something that they just look up at, oh, I like this guy because he's a great fighter or something like that. I think everyone today seeks for an example. Like if you take a look on the parents today, they try to hide what is bad from their children, and they try to show what's good for them. Or some people, they're just like falling under depression, like they don't have motivation to do something anymore. And I think my job is try to show the good part of the sport, try to show the good face of the humankind, by showing them just kindness, which I think that's Jesus Christ did. He came on earth just like on his human form. He was like just loving everyone, showing what's, I think, Master Doria that understands what I'm saying. I think he could say it better a little more. But it's just like Jesus Christ was not trying to put himself on anyone. He was just trying to show a good face, a good a good example for the people, and the people were just started following him. And I think that's what I want to do. I just want to give something good to the people, a good example, like be kind to them, and they do whatever they want to do. And I think with the example, they're probably going to be following or doing the same thing.
I was reading the other day a Brazilian author, his name escapes, I will remember right now, but he says that we should all strive to have the emotional archetype of Jesus Christ's personality.
Yeah.
Right? And that's really what we should strive in a moment where we see that especially combat sports feeds off and generates a lot of attention of trash talking. I was looking at your matches from this past weekend. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Beautiful stellar performance. But what was really beautiful was to see you and the Ruotolo brothers, right? Mm-hmm. Because I was looking at the interviews and there was no trash talking. No. There was a lot of respect, yet you guys went at it and gave us a really interesting fight that all the fans enjoyed. So do you think that that's ever going to change? Do you think that as you grow and become bigger, you will follow or find an opponent that will drive you into that? How do you protect yourself to it?
I hope it never changes, because that's who I am. I think that's not going to be something, I need to be an example. I need to be kind. I need to be good to everyone. No, that's kind of my nature. Like my dad, sometimes he was like, oh, Mika, no, you got to close more your face. Or sometimes he would say, oh, no, Mika, you got to be more bad, a little more like, try to be more aggressive on the fights. But I'm like, no, that's not me. It's just like, I can be more aggressive on the fights, but like before, I have no trash talk, and I have nothing to say against my opponents. I'm never gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna submit you, I'm gonna beat you. No, I'm just gonna be like, okay, bro, just let's give it our all on the mats and see who's the best.